I treat predominantly two diseases, ulcerative colitis and Crohn's diseases. I develop a long-term relationship with my patients, and that's one of the more satisfying aspects of clinical medicine to me. To see a patient who goes from a position of desperation to a position of empowerment and then is able to select a course of therapy which ultimately makes them better. It's of course very gratifying to see them come back to me in clinic doing well. My PhD is in immunology, and so I study how the immune system in the bowel becomes dysregulated in IBD. In particular, I focus on a class of immune cell called a regulatory T cell, which paradoxically does not seem to be working in inflammatory bowel disease. And so I'm trying to find out why these regulatory T cells don't do their job to control inflammation in IBD. When I'm talking to a patient about their condition, I think it allows me a level of complexity in analyzing their condition, which I wouldn't have if I weren't conducting basic immunology research. I am married. I've been married now for close to 2 decades, and my wife actually trained as a resident at Virginia Mason Medical Center while I was a graduate student across the street at the Virginia Mason Research Center. And so we used to have lunch together while she was a resident and I was a graduate student. So our roots run deep at this hospital. When you see a patient who is sick in the hospital and then they come in and see you in clinic and they feel great, their life is back on track, that's really something that makes you feel wonderful, to know that here's a person who had no hope and now they have hope.